Chads, the latest news just broke. B-Team is ending. Craig Jones will no longer be in America. So today I'm going to be going over what exactly does this mean? What does the future of this team look like? And how big of a bombshell is this really? Is it really that big of a deal? So I'm going to cover a couple of different perspectives, give my own opinion on it and whatnot. And let's just go ahead and get into what exactly is going on. So first of all, we're going to be covering how this news broke. And Mr. Craig Jones broke it in the B-Team YouTube channel, Road to CGI, End of the B-Team. So this was released about 2 days ago. And yeah, this is what he has to say.
Guys, this is our farewell tour to America. CJI is in 52 days. It is going to be my last ever professional match. B-Team, as we know it, will also cease to exist.
What?
B-Team is going to be taken over and rebranded. It's going to be ran by Nicky Ryan, head coach. Nicky Rod will be there. Ethan will be there. Damien will be there. Me, I'm out of here. I've got one competition match left. B-Team's done, and I will be leaving America. So we're doing a bit of a road trip tour around the country. I could run around doing seminars, but instead we're taking this beast.
Yeah,
as long
so
as
basically
it lasts
that's all I
right
had
down
to say
the
about
entire
that. So what we do know, Craig's leaving, but all the usual characters, all the usual suspects will still be in freaking B-Team or whatever it'll be rebranded and named as next, okay? Nicky Ryan will be the head coach. Nicky Ryan is currently rehabbing to get his ACL better, I believe. I think it was the ACL. I don't know. But come back from a knee surgery. He's rehabbing right now. Kind of been plagued with a series of injuries, bad injuries to his knees, and he kind of hasn't had the competition success he wanted. And I'm kind of wondering if maybe he's going to make a transition from being an athlete to a full-time coach, which would be really cool to see because he is a very excellent grappler and knows a lot of great technique, but at the same time, he just hasn't been able to display it on the mats because of these injuries. So here, there's also been news that him and BJJ Damien are the head CJI coaches of the B team. So that's pretty cool. And then they've also released this about it.
Anderson, and we're happy to announce
that
we will be the head coaches.
They look like Damien looks really, I don't know, uninterested. So does Nicky. They look like they've been forced to do this. Not a whole lot of energy going on here. They look like really upset. Like Derek Moneyberg is forcing them to do this or something. Like he paid him a large sum of money for this. But yeah. Helping athletes get paid. Oh. So yeah. There's that from them. Really cool to see. Here's Nicky doing his rehab. Looks like he's going balls deep in that. Not spending a lot of money on DoorDash and Zins. But yeah. That's what's up with Nicky. Nicky will be the coach. As far as Craig leaving, I don't think that is a shock to anybody. He hasn't been around B-Team for like the past year or two. And so really these four have been running the gym without him. I think it's more of just like a respect thing on Craig's part because like his name's still attached to the gym and he's still making money off of it, yet he's not there doing anything with the gym. So I think it's more of like just like a giving the boys their freedom and full allotment. And since he hasn't really been there, you could say. So it's really more of like a respect thing, I'd say, on Craig's part than anything. But this also raises a question in my mind, like, since Craig will be gone, will J-Rod come back to this new rebranded B-Team? Which would be interesting to see if they will let him back or not. He did make kind of like a subliminal post, I guess you could say. Here, I'll just pull it up. He, shortly after Craig announced this, that he was leaving B-Team, J-Rod posted Something very interesting. Where is it? Here we go. Yep. Him celebrating with the boys. Am I the only one crying? I don't know if this was just like because he's like reminiscing on the past and he misses his boys, or if he's crying tears of joy because he'll be able to come back to the B team or whatever it's rebranded as. But yeah. Also, we got to go to Reddit, our greatest source of information for jiu-jitsu. So somebody asked, is this the last CJI? Hey, John Belushi's mom has answered this already, but I haven't seen what's going on to happen after CJI and after Craig leaves the States. So if you guys don't know, John Belushi's mom is Craig Jones. So yeah. He responds to it right away. We have it funded, just a matter of motivation, but taking on a lot lately and need a break after this one to reassess some things. Been redlining for a while now, planning a disappearance and see if I want to return one day. The sport was full of some truly vile characters, and I'm losing hope that I can change that. No saint myself, obviously. So, looks like he does not want to be a part of the sport of jiu-jitsu. His motivation is low to be part of the sport of jiu-jitsu. And his patience is run thin. He has kind of not taken a break. As soon as last CJI ended, he's kind of just been planning the next one, this one, the team format one. And it's probably been a lot harder. Instead of just working with individual athletes, he's now going to work with teams of people and former teams he's had, you know, a falling out with and probably not the greatest relationship with. And yeah, so it's probably been pretty stressful. Also, the man, if you don't know, his blood pressure is insanely high, and the stress probably from this and the constant partying has probably not been great for his health. He probably does want to take some time away to make sure he gets things right and doesn't die next year or something and has like a ability to have a life past 30. But I mean, if you guys have followed Craig over the years, you've realized that like he kind of stays grounded and doesn't really he doesn't take the sport very serious. He kind of places it where it's at. He keeps it in perspective is a good way to put it. He doesn't think like he's all this and that because he realizes it's just jiu-jitsu. And he realizes that there's not a lot of money to be made in jiu-jitsu. And that's the goal of CJI, right, is to get the athletes paid more money. But he realizes, though, that, like, you know, some people in the sport may think they're, like, philosophers or these grand beings, but really we're just doing a sport and we're not really contributing much to society. And a lot of people don't have an extra dime to spend or a dime to save up for their kids' college or for a house or provide their family a great life. Like, it's few and far between for that. You know, if you're a full-time competitor, you're basically broke. Like, and I think he realizes that, like, a lot of people will take advantage of people in the sport to get ahead, and he's just kind of sick of it. But, you know, I think ultimately deep down he does love the sport, and eventually he will come back if he gets his health in order. But yeah, I could see he's never been like too fond of the jiu-jitsu too fond of the jiu-jitsu community, to say the least. So I kind of saw that coming. But yeah, also we got to keep in mind he's from Australia. He probably wants to see his freaking family too. So that'd probably be nice. And then last but not least, let's go ahead and just get Gordon's perspective on this matter. Gordon, after Craig posted the news, was immediately on top of it. Good news, everyone. In less than a short 5 years, nearly everyone who left the greatest combat team that had ever existed to form their own team has now left that team, and almost all who left have asked to rejoin Kingsway. Even people who didn't leave have asked to rejoin. I guess they aren't happy with their leader romanticizing cocaine and losing constantly. This doesn't make any sense here. Even people who didn't leave have asked to rejoin. If they didn't leave, why would they ask to rejoin the gym? Like, they're still there. Why would they? That doesn't make, I don't know if he means like people who didn't leave B-Team are asking to join Kingsway. I don't know. Very very odd, very interesting. I would have to have some further explanation of what he means by that. Or maybe it's the fact that seeing Bigfoot... Did I even have this pulled up? Yeah, okay, I do. Or maybe it's the fact that the leader of the gym is traveling the world partying while the real members run the gym. Or maybe it was their leader throwing both the Rod boys under the bus for his own publicity, for his own publicly perceived morality. I know he threw J-Rod kind of under, but I don't know how he threw Nicky Rod under. I'm not sure. I feel like he didn't do that to Nicky Rod, but who knows. All I know is that by their own admission, they give zero fucks about building any new talent, which isn't surprising since they haven't built a single decent athlete outside the guys who were our students almost 5 years ago. It's okay they don't give a fuck about anyone who isn't good. That's okay. I know of a 6 spot in Austin, Texas that's opening soon where we will have world-class champions, not blue belts, teaching our pro classes and teaching to all levels and aspirations. Nothing better than cutting out the poison than having 50% of the initial people jumping ship. I guess it's time for a rebrand, boys. You can call yourselves Team Bankrupt starting the first week of August. So this is like the pot calling the kettle black, all right? Because Kingsway Jiu-Jitsu was called New Wave Jiu-Jitsu, and now it's rebranded as Kingsway. So they've literally done a rebranding themselves, which makes no sense to me. Why he's like calling them out on this when he's literally done the exact same thing. He's left competition. He's done the exact same thing Craig has done. He's left competition jiu-jitsu, become some type of like coaching or promoter figure, and is now rebranded the gym Danaher built into Kingsway Jiu-Jitsu. Like this doesn't make any sense to me. Anywho, both the Rod boys under, but I don't know how he threw Nicky Rod. If you guys could explain that, I'd understand. The J-Rod thing, he had to do something about it. That's not okay if you want to run a safe environment gym, but okay. Anywho, that's okay. I know the opening soon. I don't think they have blue belts teaching their pro classes, but according to Gordon, everybody who doesn't train at New Wave or Kingsway is a blue belt. And the other thing too is like, I feel like he's a little misrepresenting talent built through Kingsway or New Wave, because people will come from all over the world. I mean, like, look at Davis Asari. He traveled from like the Netherlands to go train with Danaher and the squad. That is not a normal, blue belt per se. Like that is that is a elite of the elite, probably would be a black belt at any other gym besides Danaher's gym, right? Like, that is not like building, like, I'm sure like he's gotten a lot better, but like, that's not taking like a Joe Schmo off the street who's never done any grappling ever and then building him into like a world champion. Sorry. That's just not true. Like they have the like prime talent from all over the world come to their gym in order to train them. So it's a little bit of a stretch per se, right? But yeah, he posts these videos of Nicky Rod.
It's nice. We're not here to build anybody from being nothing to being studs. We're here to perfect what you already know. It's nice.
So this was like obviously at the very, very beginning of B-Team. The two guys rolling aren't even there anymore. Isaac Michelle and I forget what the other guy's name is, but those guys had a falling out with the team. And yeah, I mean, think about it. Like, it wasn't really at first. Didn't really want. It was just a professional team, right? Like, you don't want, like, if you're the New York Yankees, you don't want people who've never played baseball to come in and train with you in order to prepare you for high level competitions. Like, I don't think that's an insane thing to ask for. Like, not anybody, just a random person, can go train at the Olympic Training Center, right? Like, it's your own private business. You can have your own private rules. Like, you can, if you want to just be able to train with high level people because you're a professional, that is not unheard of. That is not absurd, I feel like. And that's it. Like, they just wanted to have a professional spot to train in.
No white belts are allowed at the B team.
So I think it's the envy of most gyms around the world. We really take advantage of our image that we can actually do that. Not many gyms could actually survive without white belts, but luckily for us, we don't need them. We don't need them, and we don't want to train them.
Yeah, so, I mean, that again, that was like at the very, very beginning. Obviously, B-Team allows white belts to train there now. They keep the doors open. You got to train beginners and the general public in order to make money as a gym. But, like, again, like, it's a private, you can run whatever you want. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
I think right now he probably misses our roles because he's so far away. You know, I'm sure he gets a bit of angst due to our separation. But when he comes back, I'll make sure that he knows how much we miss him. Craig likes to delete our rolling footage or just put it in the back of his mind.
That's just like playful banter. I don't know. Like, even Craig jokes about this. I don't understand that one. But yeah, I guess Gordon's just saying that Craig sucks because Nicky Ryan can beat him. I don't know. Who knows? And then he posts
to exist. B-Team is going to be taken over and rebranded. It's going to be ran by Nicky Ryan, head coach. Nicky Rod will be there. Ethan will be there. Damien will be there. Me, I'm out of here. You know, we'll also...
Yeah, so, I mean, at the end of the day, B-Team is going to be literally what it's been for the past year. Just Craig's now officially not in it, right? So nothing's really going to change. I'm sure the same pro level guys that train at B-Team now will be there at the rebrand. And instead of being like Lord of the Flies and nobody... like they'll have actually like a designated head coach in Nicky Ryan with some like actual structure, which will be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to seeing him as a coaching role. He's trained under Danaher, and since he was a young boy, and two, I think Craig is trying to help out Nicky in a way. He wants Nicky to succeed. Like, the reason why they left Danaher and that team is due to some familial thing between Gordon and Nicky, and Craig took Nicky's side and ultimately wants Nicky to succeed, and I think he's just trying to help out Nicky in any way possible. And Nicky's athletic career has been plagued with injury, and he really wants Nicky to have a good foundation and be set up for success, right? And so coaching, I think, is the next best thing for Nicky, and we'll see him come into that role in CJI 2, Craig's tournament, and then he'll further develop into that role as this new rebranded B-Team. So I think that is ultimately what is happening. Craig is just stepping away officially and not having his like name with the team because he's not there, and probably feels a little bit of guilt for, still having like, probably makes a good amount of money still from the B-Team YouTube channel. He's part owner of the gym probably, and still gets money in that way. And he doesn't need that money anymore. And he realizes he's probably taking money away from those guys at the gym who actually do the groundwork and are in the gym preparing and doing all that. And so he just wants to make sure that those guys are still succeeding, getting a bigger piece of the pie when he is off doing other things and pursuing other adventures in life. So, yeah, I think that is the main story here. I don't think a whole lot will change. It'll just be a different name, like New Wave to Kingsway. Now it'll be B-Team to whatever the boys decide to call it next. Love to hear what you guys think about it. Leave a comment down below of your theories and thoughts. If you like these videos, please tell me. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you chads later.